Hello everyone, this is Dr. Toit, Doctor of Natural Medicine and Naturopathic Doctor. And this is my first video to launch my new YouTube platform. So this is Dr. Toit Online. So who am I? Well, I am a naturopathic doctor, but don't let that in any way think that limits me. I have been a fortunate individual to have grown up where I was very sick as a child. I struggled with the most debilitating chronic middle ear infections and had to go to the hospital many times in my life to recover from these health problems. And as I grew up, I was fortunate to be taken to a natural medicine doctor, which was a homeopath, when I was 2 years old. And because of his intervention in my life, changing my diet, giving natural remedies, I was cured within just 1 month of his treatment. And I was fortunate to grow up as a healthy, thriving young child. And I kind of wish that was also the end of my story, but because of not always following and adopting these quite sometimes radical health changes and healthy mindsets, I actually developed debilitating gut health problems. And because of that, I developed appendicitis and nearly died when I was 10 years old, if not for the emergency removal of my appendix, which is a story in and of itself. But coming out of that traumatic experience, I started becoming really fascinated about understanding my body and why it was always letting me down. And I started studying, even luckily in terms of high school biology, the anatomy of the body, how the gut really functions. And I actually was fascinated by how the gut works. The gut, by the way, is the gastrointestinal tract, this hollow tube that runs all the way from the mouth all the way down to the end when we go to the bathroom, the things we don't talk about, unfortunately. I say we will be talking about them more and more, because if we don't, we will suffer like I suffered as a child. And this kind of brings me to this main point. Why would I even go to all this effort of making a video for a YouTube platform on top of all the other workshops and webinars that I have recorded and published online that I'll mention in the links below? It's because I want to give you the opportunity to bypass the obstacles that made me suffer as a child. In essence, what I'm saying is I want to prevent suffering in your life by giving you advice, giving you insights, giving you the mindset that equips you and enables you to thrive and not just survive. Because we were not intended to ever just survive through life. And this is one of the other reasons that I make effort in terms of sharing content on YouTube specifically, because I have been so equipped by YouTube speakers that have helped me to learn and accelerate my learning, exponentially. Things that weren't possible before if it wasn't for the information age and all of the technology. But there's also a great caveat, a great danger in terms of what the information age has brought, because we have more access to information and knowledge than in the history of mankind. But at the same time, because of certain factors that have come in behind the scenes, there is more lack of wisdom in the world than ever before, more misinformation in the world also than probably ever before. We talk about at least online sources. It's a overwhelming amount of information, and it can be such a struggle. I can speak from personal experience, having grown up with natural medicine, having seen the evolution of going online on major search engines searching for health information. It can be a minefield of confusion and contradictory statements. To come to a bite-sized practical takeaway that will actually serve you in optimizing your health and just to live a life in this maze, this literal rat race of life that it's become, especially at least in the more Western civilization. And by the way, I'm from South Africa, but I've been fortunate to work overseas for many years at wellness retreat and spa, specifically in Thailand, where I worked as a part of a team of naturopaths and a team of natural medicine practitioners, specifically Chinese doctors and massage therapists. And having come from a resort where we saw